morning, students. Welcome to geography class. These days we are doing lesson number 7 from book 2, that is mineral and energy resources, and today we are going to start page number 80 to 82.
Lesson 7 Mineral and Energy Resources, page number 80 to 83. Students, yesterday we read about coal, and we have also discussed that coal is of four types, that is lignite, bituminous, anthracite, and peat. Then I've told you what are Gondwana deposits and what are tertiary deposits. Gondwana deposit is the one which was formed 200 million years ago, and tertiary deposits are those deposits which were formed almost 50 million years ago. That is the difference between Gondwana and tertiary deposits. Out of the four types of coals in India, 80% of coal is of bituminous type. We have discussed about the important coal fields like Raniganj, Jharia, Bokaro, Girdi, and Karanpura. Then we've talked about various mines in Uttar Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Odisha, Maharashtra, and Telangana and Andhra Pradesh. These all are Gondwana coal fields. Now let's talk about the tertiary coal deposits also, which are the fields of tertiary age. If we talk about tertiary coals, it is found in Assam, Arunachal Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh, Meghalaya, and Nagaland. Minor traces of coal is found in Tamil Nadu, Puducherry, Gujarat, and Jammu Kashmir as well. Let's first understand what petroleum actually stand for. Petroleum and petrol are two different things. Petroleum is a mixture of all these things, that is gasoline vapor, LPG, naphtha, kerosene, then diesel, then gas oil, heavy gas oil, and residuum. Now this is the picture of refining process. Now when refining is done, what are the final products which we receive? Check this side. These are all the final products. Means in petroleum, we get LPG, we get gasoline, jet fuel, diesel, LPG gasoline, motor gasoline, jet fuel, diesel fuel, then industrial fuel, asphalt base, coal tar, etc. And finally the end product. So all these products are there which are extracted from petroleum itself. So that is why petroleum is different from petrol. Motor gasoline is petrol itself. This is motor gasoline. So this is petrol, and all these products in totality are called petroleum. Crude petroleum is found in sedimentary rocks of the Tertiary period, which was formed almost 50 million years ago. In 1956, Natural Gas Commission was set up. After that, the extraction of petroleum was made up systematic. Till 1956 only, it was Digboy in Assam, which was main petroleum producing region. But now many new oil deposits have been detected. They are like in Assam, in Digboy, Naharkatia, and Moran. These are the important oil producing areas. Besides that, we have oil fields in Gujarat and Ankaleshwar, Kalol, Mehsana, Navgam, Kosamba, and Lunez. If we talk about Mumbai High, which is the 160 kilometer of the Mumbai main shore, it was discovered in 1973, but the production of oil started in 1976. Krishna and Godavari basins, Kaveri basins, they're also important because oil and natural gas reserves were found there. We have two types of oil refineries in our country. That is, one is field based and one is market based. Field based example Digboy, market based Brownie. Now what is the difference between field based? Field based is means the refinery is set up at the production site only, where the extraction of the mineral oil and natural gas is done. Refining of oil is also done at the same place only. And market based refinery is that the petroleum which is extracted from the petroleum reserves is transported to a far off place where the refinery is set. That is called market based refinery. Now see where natural gas and oil is found in the earth. See, this is the surface of the earth. This is the surface. Okay. And these are the unpenetrable rocks, hard rocks. beyond which water or oil cannot seep down, it cannot percolate down. So oil is lighter than water and gas is lighter than oil. So you can see water is in the underground water table. This is water. Above that is oil. Above that is gas. And this is how the oil is extracted. This is gas is extraction of gas, and here is the extraction of oil. So this is how oil and natural gas reserves are there in the earth from where these are extracted out. This is on land. Oil reserves are found in oceans also. Let's have a look of that as well. Here you can see this is the ocean surface. Beyond that, obviously the land. And this is how the extraction is done of petroleum and gas. This is the extraction center like we have in Mumbai High. That is offshore. Natural gas. The Gas Authority of India Limited. It was set up in 1984. A government organization, public sector undertaking. And these are the states producing oil, that is Tamil Nadu, Odisha, Andhra Pradesh. It is found in Tripura also, in Rajasthan also, and offshore wells. Offshore means away from the mainland. Offshore wells in Gujarat and Maharashtra. As per one news article, it was found that in Ramanathapuram, also in Tamil Nadu, a lot of natural gas and petroleum is available. So all these which we have read till now, that is coal, petroleum, natural gas, they were all conventional sources of energy. Conventional sources means which have been in use since a long time, but they are going to end one day. That's why efforts are being made that some sources of energy should be in use, should be put in use, which we can repeatedly use. So such sources of energy were called non-conventional sources of energy. And what are those non-conventional sources of energy? They are like solar energy, wind energy, hydro or geothermal electricity, nuclear electricity, and biomass. This map tells us about the location of oil refineries in our country. You might have popularly known as in your locality, you have heard of Panipat refinery, you have talked about Mathura refinery. These two are quite common because we all know it being in Haryana, and they're close to the proximity, so we know that. Besides that, we have refinery in Bathinda, we have in Jamnagar, then Vadiner and Koyali, Mumbai, and all these Mangaluru, Kochi, and Nagapattinam, Chennai, then Tatipaka, Vishakhapatnam, Paradeep, Haldia, and Baroni. These are in the main part of the country, and if you go to northeastern states, there also we have these 5 oil refineries available. These are few newspaper cuttings in which it's explained that why non-conventional sources of energy are important and what efforts have been made to promote non-conventional sources of energy, in which they are talking about windmills, they're talking about other means of producing electricity, whether it is the hydro, whether it is thermal, whether it is nuclear electricity. All these are explained over here. One thing is common in when we talk about production of electricity, whether it is hydroelectricity, thermal electricity, nuclear electricity, or be it the electricity production with the help of wind, with the help of geothermal energy, with the help of tides, whatever. One thing is common, that electricity is produced when this turbine is rotated, which is connected to the generator. Turbine rotates, it moves the generator around which we have magnet. There is a magnet. Okay. Uh, and when magnet rotates around the coil, this is copper coils. So charge is produced. The bigger the generator, the bigger the turbine, the more will be the production of charge. And that electric charge is transported with the help of towers to cities. Now, if this turbine is rotated with the help of steam, which is produced because of heating of water, that is heat means thermal. So because of that, it will be called thermal electricity. And if this turbine is rotated with the help of steam by boiling water, and that water is boiled because of the nuclear energy is used to boil that water, which produces steam, which further rotates the turbine. So electricity produced in such a way is called nuclear electricity. Same goes for the other things. If this turbine is rotated with the help of wind, that is wind energy. If it is with the help of tide, then we call that tidal energy. If it is because of the steam which is produced by the natural heat of the earth from the geysers, natural geysers. So that is called geothermal electricity, etc. These are all different forms of electricity. Ultimately, it is the matter is to rotate the turbine and move the generator around within the copper coils which are surrounding it, and the charge is produced. So that's all about electricity production. I hope now nuclear energy is clear to you. What is nuclear energy? What is solar energy? What is wind energy, tidal energy, hydroelectricity, thermal electricity, etc. We have to now look into the areas where this production is done. We have the nuclear reactors which are producing electricity. In nuclear reactors, the important minerals which we need to produce that electricity, to produce that heat generally, are uranium and thorium. Uranium deposits are generally found near the Singhbhum copper belts. We have read earlier in the that the copper is found near the Singhbhum. So along with that only, we have the uranium deposits as well. It is also found in Udaipur, Alwar and Jhunjhunu districts of Rajasthan, Durg district of Chhattisgarh, then Bhandara district of Maharashtra and Kullu district of Himachal Pradesh. Another important mineral, that is thorium, is extracted from monazite and ilmenite in the beach sands. Now let's see how solar energy is produced. You might have seen on the roofs of buildings, on our school also, both the buildings are covered with solar panels. So this is a solar panel, an example of photovoltaic cell. Now you can see here there is N-type silicon, then junction, then P-type silicon. I'll enlarge it for you. Now, when the sun rays fall on this photovoltaic cell, what happens that N-type silicon gathers the negative charge and N-type silicon gathers the positive charge and P-type gathers the negative charge. So, these are then transported from here to, you can say, the battery, from where it is used for it is domestically used. It can be used for industrial purposes also, provided we have a number of photovoltaic cells on the in one row, which will produce maximum charge, and it can be used for bigger production also. So that is about solar energy. This process I already explained to you. Now we're talking about where solar energy is produced in our country. The most important solar energy producing center is western part of India. Why? Because there, in western part of India, what happens is that there is no monsoon. There is no monsoon season. Humidity is very less, because of which the sky is generally clear throughout the year. Means the sun rays received from the sun will be available throughout the year, which is quite important for production of electricity with the help of solar panels. So it's Rajasthan, the best suitable place. Rajasthan and Gujarat, parts of Gujarat. So these are the places where solar energy is produced in maximum.
Thank you, students. That's all for today. Take care, stay safe. God bless you.